What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. About to run through the recap, man, for y'all, man. God damn, I can't even speak. Holy shit! But we doing this in one take. We doing it live. This is the final game of Madden 22. Probably gonna uninstall the game after this. Probably not. I'll definitely go back and relish some stats between now and when Madden 23 officially releases, because that's when I'll have the game. But this was my last game, man. It was my last game of Madden 22. I played it like it was my last game. I played it like this is the last time I'm going to feel comfortable going forward on fourth down and 5 yards in any type of capacity, because Madden 23, it's that shit hit different. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, this is the Super Bowl of SNFL, the league I've been in for 5 full seasons. I joined during the off season of season 2. So basically that's the 2023 season. So I played 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27, all 17 games. Played every single game. Never missed one, dog. That's what I stand for. Madden to Madden, play every game, right? We were able to get the dub here, 63-21 in the Super Bowl. It was a defensive masterpiece. Even though we gave up yards, that's fine. We made adjustments to stop plays in this game. And if you didn't watch the live stream, I highly suggest that you go and watch that. It was just a defensive mastermind. Like, bro, like I literally took what he wanted to do on offense and shut that shit down. The only way he made plays was Lamar being Lamar, and I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Because we got quite a few interceptions in this game, had quite a few sacks, and the offense, my offense was just rolling as my offense does. 84%, 300 yards, 6 touchdowns. We did throw 2 picks. And what was a great user pick by him? I give credit where it's due. Call a spade a spade. He definitely lurked the route. It's pretty cool. Because, you know, hopefully there's a replay for it, but we'll get to that, man, in a second. We'll take a look at the team stats, man. What's good, bro? Welcome to the stream, man. But yeah, pretty even as far as numbers go. 352 for me, 335 for him. He had the ball most of the game, to be honest. And as you can see, he has Lamar, so he's going to 85 of those yards at 136 is Lamar Jackson. So, damn, my controller disconnected. That's what's up. But yeah, 85 of those 136 yards is Lamar Jackson. I was definitely not afraid of J.K. Dobbins running through my defense. So it is what it is. A couple times Lamar got out. That's on me. But again, it is what it is. He got his 15 first downs out of there. Turnovers 8. It's pretty tough, man. 3 for 6 on third down is not bad. 50%. But 5 for 7 is a little bit better at 71. So we were 0 for 2 on fourth down. That's pretty interesting. So those 2 drives where we did not convert on thirds, we did not convert, period. But again, this is the last time I really feel comfortable going for it on fourth down. Madden 22 is an offensive game. Yeah. Take a look at the player stats. Like I said, I did throw 2 picks. There's that right there. That stat for Lamar, though, is pretty bad. 55%, 1 touchdown, 7 interceptions. It's a hell of a way to go out. In an offensive game to have such an like a horrible offensive game, it's pretty bad. And not saying that I'm taking that, you know, like my opponent was trash. No, he wasn't. He's a top user in this league. Obviously has the Ravens, so he's a top team as well. But man, it's really what it really boils down to is players that are comfortable scrambling around with their quarterback. And he was very comfortable with it. He was very comfortable playing with contains as well. So he was able to move around, you know. It is what it is. But those players typically aren't the greatest pocket passers. And when you force them to make plays from the pocket, myself included, it's a little bit tougher of a game, you know. It's funny that you got Aaron Jones, but J.K. Dobbins got the bulk of the carries. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, not going to lie. But receiving wise, CJ 3K, 3,000 yards in the season 3 times. Did not go off, man. He had 79 yards. He went off the last game, but, you know, it is what it is. The leading receiver in terms of yardage is Darnell Mooney. Catches is Juwan Johnson. That's pretty interesting. But he man blitzed a lot. Tight end's going to cook. Big bodies. He's too big for corners, and he is too fast for backers. So that's the perfect slot or wide tight end to have in a spread offense. Nothing too crazy. Jalen Samuels caught one of the most Madden 22 routes for a touchdown as a halfback wheel route out of the backfield. Mike Kirkpatrick got open on a deep crosser versus man. It was one of those just, I saw it, had to throw it. It's 38 yards. I'll take that, man, from my Z receiver. And this is going to be a longer video, bro. So we'll get into how Mike Kirkpatrick got here, his journey throughout the league, throughout with the team. And it's a pretty good story, pretty cool story. Emmett Drummond as well. Came from nothing. Got it from the bottom. Got it from the mud, they say. O-line did their thing, man. We gave up 2 sacks. Pearson and, NPF. But can't really say that that's really their fault. It's probably me holding the ball. Which is like I said, the last time we were going to be able to do shit like that. It's Madden 22. Kevin Stuckey, new addition to the team. Had the biggest game of his season in the Super Bowl. That's pretty dope. 5 tackles, 2 TFLs in a sack and a half. A couple other guys had TFLs, man. Roquan had a game, man. Pat Bolware, another interesting story from this franchise, bro. Drafted as a 62 overall, but he had superstar dev, and this league doesn't have regression off, so I was able to just build him up. It's 62 overall, built up to like an 86, 87 overall, and he does this thing, man. He's got that under pressure ability, which comes in really, really handy on forcing bad throws. Brendan Whitlock, the key to the defense, man. If I'm not playing against Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and shit like that, this guy was wreaking havoc. You'll see his numbers on the season, really for his career. He made the Pro Bowl 3 straight seasons. As a rookie, sophomore, and his 3rd year here, winning back-to-back Super Bowls. He really impacted the playoffs last season as well. He comes up with a sack and a half in this game and got hurt. I brought him back, and you know how the game gives you the option, like, do you want to substitute Whitlock out of the game? Like, no, absolutely not. Bring his ass back on the field. It's the last game of the season, last game of the league, so bring his ass back, man. You know what I'm saying? Juwan Johnson, our all-star slot receiver, or slot nickel DB, coming up with a TFL and 2 tackles as well. There's those sacks. Whitlock, Stuckey, Bolware, Mario Randall with a random sack. Interceptions, man. Enrique Alonso, this was another key addition to the team as well. This guy was one of the players that made plays against me for a couple seasons. He played for the Minnesota Vikings. When the Minnesota Vikings had Buford as their user, he was at the top of the division. We would split games, but he would always end up winning the division because I would drop another random game in the middle of the season, end up with 2 or 3 losses, and he would be either undefeated or with 1 loss, which was me. So this guy was one of the reasons why. This is a 94 speed free safety with all the traits. You know what I mean? And he's got the aggressive play ball, high motor, strip ball, big hitter, all that shit. And this 5'10", 205 pound DB, and he came up to play in the Super Bowl, man. First year on the team, didn't make the Pro Bowl, but he did make enough plays for me. I feel like where I put him at on the field, he made plays. He plays in the hard flat, and he plays either a deep middle safety, hard flat, or he's playing in match coverage. And that's all I ask him to do is match routes and jump routes. That's it. Or be the over top guy in cover 3 so it don't get bombed because you got a 94 speed safety. You know what I mean? So 3 interceptions in the Super Bowl. Probably going to win Super Bowl MVP because I believe one of those went for 6 as well. Roquan Smith, man. He was included in the trade to get Mahomes. So obviously the Bears have Justin Fields by default. And we made a trade after 2 seasons of playing with Fields for Mahomes. I made the offer. The guy said yeah, so we went with it. So we sent Justin Fields, who was a 96, 97 overall quarterback at the time, Roquan Smith, who was like 95 plus, and we sent the 1st round pick to the Chiefs for Patrick Mahomes. Greatest trade I ever pulled off. Some call it a trade rape, but it is what it is, man. Ironically, Roquan ended up hitting free agency, and we had a ton of we had a ton of cap space coming up, so we went on ahead, put a bid in, overpaid for Roquan. He's probably making $35-40 million a year, but we wanted that big hitter presence back in the middle of our defense, and it came up to play this game, man. Midway through the game, I realized that my opponent wasn't on conservative ball carrier, so we went on ahead and slapped Roquan, changed the coach adjustments to aggressive tackle, and Roquan ended up forcing a fumble 2 plays later. To go along with his 9 tackles, 5 solo, TFL, and a pick, he also forced a fumble and recovered that hole with another pass deflection as well. So Roquan definitely impacted the game, man. Other interceptions, Kenny Moore. This interception was pretty dope because my opponent he's not a spread kind of guy. He's not a spread offense kind of guy. So when I see him come out in shotgun spread, I know it's either one of 3 things. He's running QB wrap, which he's only going to run in the red zone. He's running PA deep comebacks or PA deep outs. Either way, we got an answer for it. Or he's running halfback circle. You know what I mean? So what we did was he ran QB, not QB. He didn't run QB. He ran PA comebacks, and it was a third down and long, 3rd down and 10 or whatever it was. He converted because he threw the comeback versus man coverage. I said, okay, bet. On stream, I literally said, if he comes out and spread again, I'm putting cloud flats on my corners, and we're going to get a pick. Lo and behold, the next time he went to spread, PA comebacks, pick 6 by Kenny Moore. That is clutch adjustments. That's the part of Madden that I do like, because that, I mean, like, bro, like, to be able to make that adjustment and call it out, in my mind, call it out that he's going to go to that play and take that shit away, that shit's clutch. That's real football. Burgess, another interception. Simple play, cover 3 hard flat, user the middle, dare you to make a quick throw, dare you to scramble, or take the check down, but it's a hard flat dare. Simple adjustment. Terrell Burgess with a pick 6, bro. Like, I mean, you can't really make this shit up, bro. Like, it's literally, defense is not as hard as people make it seem in this game. Demario Randall with another interception. I think this one was an overthrow. This might have been the first interception of the game, where he threw an over route or dig from the number 2, and it just got picked off. Huh? Here. You don't have a charger yet? It's trash. Anywho, let me see here. Pass deflections, we only had 3. Roquan with 1. Enrique Alonso with 2. Forced fumbles, we had 3 of those things. Forced a fumble on a sack, but they recovered. It is what it is. I believe we only recovered 1 sack, and that was Roquan's. And Jalen Johnson forced one on Lamar on the sideline. So there's that. No safeties, but we did score 3 touchdowns. Now, hopefully, haven't gotten into these highlights yet, but we're going to take a peek at these, man. We went up early. We went up big early. First play of the game, sack on Lamar. Second play of the game, interception. And like I said, man, these were just simple adjustments. At this point in Madden year where literally the new game is already out, like, you have to know what's coming from certain formations. Right here, it's a simple read. It's this gun split twins. We know you want to go to this halfback route. I'm actually not even in good position to cover it. But what we did do, we spotlighted the other route that's going to beat us on this play, and that is the number 2 post. So the number 7 on the left side of the screen here, bottom of the screen, he's going to run a post. So we spotlight that guy to make sure that the rest of my defense can cover him. Make sure that we don't give up a pass to that guy. And there's Enrique Alonso with a bang play. This is why I don't like all Madden sometimes, is because, like, this should be a broken up pass or whatever, maybe a tip ball that goes for an interception. But bro, like, he just straight up picks this joint from a superstar or X Factor receiver. That's pretty unfortunate. But again, we did make that adjustment. Another thing I don't like about Madden 22 is they don't call DPI or illegal touching, because that is clearly what I did right there. 58 touching 7 at the top of this route. That's way past 5 yards, and that should be illegal touching. Simple and plain. Just call it. Call the flag. Call the flag. That's it. That's all I ask. Anywho, it is a pick. We were basically trying to user the outside corner route from 27, which, I mean, he probably could have thrown, but nah. Anyways, interception. Second play of the game after taking a sack on the first play. We almost got out right here with a little spin move. These spin moves are not like this, not as crisp in Madden 23. If 5 isn't there, if Hollywood Brown isn't there, we're probably scoring. But yeah, a couple plays later, got Mooney for 21, Juwan Johnson for a 10-yarder here. And this is just simple shit right here, man. Mesh. Just running mesh. And the other thing about Madden 22 zones is that they just aren't good. I want to say that overhang defender, that linebacker there, is in a vert hook. Yeah, he's in a vert hook. And he's in cover 2. I want to say cover 2 sink because Tampa 2 wouldn't have matched this route right here by 10. But essentially, because the flat isn't out there, it's not a cloud flat or a hard flat, I can just throw mesh because there's nobody there because, you know, the flat, what is it? The soft squat matched that dig until, you know, there's another route in his area, and at which point it's too late. That's why mesh is so good. So this simple mesh concept here. He's reading that running back rail, which is cool. But you know what I mean? Just hitting mesh, man. Simple shit. That's probably one of the main concepts I'm gonna run in Madden 23, to be honest. Right here, back on offense, 4th and 6. He throws the ball away. We're back on O again. So we got 2 stops on his first drives, and we scored 2 touchdowns. Right here, Drummond. Oh, it's not even Drummond. I'm tripping. Corey Johnson. So yeah, he came out in 4-3 when I have 11 personnel on the field. Basically, what that means is that if you're going to be out here in man coverage, I'm just going to hit these screens all day. Even if you pass commit, bro, they have to respect the run first. Bang, we outside to the end zone, to the Baja. Go ahead and stun on them niggas one time. You know what I'm saying? Cause we in the end zone, baby. Get that pick real quick, man. All right, so we back on D. Gets a nice little pass right here for 32 yards. Really, the only way he was moving the ball was PA crossers, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine, because if you're running PA crossers, that means you're not running one-play touchdowns. That means that once you get in the red zone, we can kind of lock up on you. Right here, we didn't. Right here, we didn't. Stab with the ball. I got stuck on D-line. I really wanted to get on this linebacker right here, number 22. Actually, in my run defense, because, you know, it's in the red zone. And boom, we get stuck on D-line. There's nobody covering that left side, and he's able to just go ahead and just complete this for a touchdown right over my hard flat. That's cool, though. Not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. That's what's supposed to happen. Would have liked to see that hard flat either get upfield or whatever, but there's another route coming to the hard flat, which he would have took away. Again, if my user was number 22, that play is not there. I'm recognizing that tight end crosser, and I'm matching that across the field and getting in the passing lane. But cool beans. Got a touchdown out of it. 21-7. Can't be mad at that, man. Can't be mad at that start, bro. Right here, 4th and 1. We get stopped. It was very questionable, man. So 3rd and 1, we run the ball inside with 11 personnel. He was in dollar. It was dollar. So 1 down lineman, 2 backers, 2 safeties. 4 safeties, 4 DBs. I mean, we should have been able to get the push. It is what it is. Cool beans. He gets the ball back here on 4th and 1 and proceeds to throw Enrique Alonso another interception. Right here, my user's the right side. I'm using Roquan Smith. Right here, is this might have been match coverage. Nope, I'm lying. This is cover 3 hard flat. The hard flat comes from the heavens, and that's one of the things I do like about how certain coverages will align against compression. Because this is gun split close, the safety is aligned in a safety position. So you're thinking at this step, that comes to the line of scrimmage, this is either cover 4 or something like that. It's some kind of zone coverage, but you're not expecting that safety to buzz down into the flat and pick off a wheel route. Bang, that's clutch right there. Now right here on the on my side of the field, I'm actually in a really bad position because I'm leaving 2 routes wide ass open. The drag, the halfback angle route, they're both wide ass open. My man just didn't read it. And he takes a massive L for it. You know, this is a pick. We're going down. Lamar's in pursuit, probably 95, 96 speed by now. Cut off of him. Bring it back. Let him dive. Stun on him in the end zone. Very unfortunate we got to do Lamar like this, but we are. We are going to do him like that, man. Why not? Why not? Lamar is with his face in the dirt. It's very unfortunate, Lamar. Sorry to hear that, man. Start of the second half, we actually get pick 6. And this is on me. This is 100% on me. So this is one of my favorite go-to plays in the red zone. And I quick snapped it and automatically locked onto this receiver when I saw his adjustment. So if you can see, he's in basically a two-man under, and he's shaded inside. So when I see both those DBs move inside at the same time, that's a clear tell that you're in man coverage. So at the snap of the ball, well, before the snap of the ball, pre-snap, I'm seeing that, and I'm like, okay, Mooney has slot-o-matic, so he's going to come up here, he's going to win on this route to the outside, and he's shaded inside now. I saw him shade inside. So when Mooney makes this break, I know I'm throwing it. But this DB is literally step for step with him. That's pretty cool to see. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, bro, like Mooney has fucking slot-o-matic. He should super win on this route. And I wasn't reading leverage at all. As you can see, the quarterback's already got the ball back. He's ready to sling this thing. And, yeah. We get pick six, man. 15 to the Baja. It's very unfortunate. But it is what it is. I let it run at speed just so you can see it. It's one of those predetermined reads, man. Now, obviously, what I should have done is just read my play like I always do, man. Snap the ball, read the whip. If the whip ain't there, I gotta throw the dig, because if he's not winning to the outside, that means the other receiver is winning to the inside, and he definitely won. And this is a low ball touchdown right here. Chris Westry in coverage. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, this is a missed opportunity. It is what it is. This is a play that I've scored many touchdowns on from the red zone inside the 10-yard line, and we just read it wrong here, man. I think what we did was we just saw the inside shade and just knew that the outside breaking whip would win, and it did not. So we really just should have came off of that. We had to go to the dig. It's simple and plain. This is the stuff that I do in post game where I'm really beating myself up because that should have been a touchdown if I would have just trusted the read, trust the process, and made the play. Right here, next play, very negative. Again, sacked. Right here, he's in man again. We're actually going with a double move. So I'm seeing the man coverage. I'm like, let's go with the double move. And 10 just doesn't win. He doesn't win how I'm used to him winning. So this is the route that I'm reading here. Corey Johnson. Boom. Boom. Whoever 15 is has really good coverage. Really good change of direction. He's really good. Not going to lie. Whoever he is, we'll check after this game. But definitely want to see what his ratings are and how he's able to keep up with whip routes and post corners. And I'll go through my read process here as well. So because I'm only reading the left side on this, I could have went to my halfback, quick in the flat. This is the thing that we're gonna have to get used to in Madden 23, is whoever is open first, hit him. You have to get the ball out because you don't have all day in the pocket. If that halfback's open on that route, boom, take it down. But because I know that I have my 99 overall receiver on that route, I'm like, not even looking at this, bro. Not even looking at it. So I'm looking here, boom, he doesn't win his route. So my eyes goes up to the post, which should win on hit versus his guy as well, especially because the safety came down. And then when he didn't win, he's not on top of that receiver, that DB, my eyes are screwed because I can't go anywhere else with my eyes. I can't look back to the right, which of course that tight end wins on his route as well. Boom, on a safety to the outside, cooked. That's a down and outside pass lead for a big completion. But yeah, once I see that my post corner doesn't win, and I'm not reading this properly, I should read that running back first. Post corner doesn't win, post doesn't win. I'm like, shit, who's gonna bounce off first? And by that time we got a guy, shedding and getting a sack. So screwed right there. We get 3 yards, 12 yards back, 4th and 6. This is the last, I said this on stream, this is the last time I'm going to feel comfortable going for it on 4th and 6 in my own territory in the Super Bowl. Just a really bad play call. To be honest, I should have went with my whip, which is open. It's open this time, but because I've thrown that pick the last time, I don't trust whip routes, right? I don't trust whip routes against man. But this time it's wide ass open. Left slot. I guess because he ain't pressed this time. But I was actually looking for 10 to beat his man. But he actually had Westry in over the top coverage. And he had the safety over the top. So then when my eyes came back to my crosser, I see my crosser is being completely guarded, and his user is right there. So there's nothing else for me to do but to take the sack. Nothing else on this play is going to win man to man. You got the alert to the fade, you got the whip, then you got the crosser. Because I didn't trust the whip, I went from fade to crosser, and then I'm screwed. So yeah, we took an L. We took an L right there, man. And he gets the ball back, gets a touchdown with Lamar for a touchdown. It is what it is. That's Lamar doing Lamar things. I get it. We back on 0 right here. Run the ball a little bit. Third and 1. You get a nice conversion right here for 7 yards. 1st and 10. We come out here, and we're actually in another play, right? But I see the alignment. I know I'm like, bro, he's gonna man blitz me, or it's just gonna be man coverage with over the top coverage. When I saw his user come down, I saw where he was using that right side safety. I switched to another play, and basically we got an out route from our tight end, which is gonna win, which it did. But that safety that he's using, like, bro, you left an area of the field that is completely vulnerable, and Darnell Mooney got a little bit of separation because he has a big inside release, almost like a one-step slant, like an arrow that he takes vertical. Boom. That super wins versus man, almost 100% of the time. And if you don't have a safety over the top, if this is cover one hole, cover one robber, you don't have a safety there, bro, like, this is a touchdown just about every time. And I don't call this play very often, man. I don't, because I don't ever have to. Nobody's crazy enough to play man versus this team. But this Ravens team must be built for it. They're pretty good at playing man, so it is what it is, man. Boom, we got a little out route. We got 10 on his route. He's basically on a basic, on a 5-yard in, that he wins as well. So we could have went 2 places here, but we saw that safety move down. There's another pre-snap to post-snap read. You take the alert, and the alert to that when there's no safety help is a touchdown. So that's where that is. Of course, we stun on the end zone because why the fuck not? It's the last game of the season, man. We don't care about people's feelings. Right here, this is probably his longest drive. And on this drive, I saw him juke. So I want to say it was one of these 2 plays right here where he juked. I'm like, he doesn't have on conservative ball carrier. So this play right here, after this play, we put on aggressive tackler. This play right here, Lamar gets out of bounds. That's fine. Runs the ball on 2nd and 1 inside my red zone. Roquan Smith forces the fumble and recovers that hole. That's a big play. That's a big time adjustment. And just making that small adjustment in game, like, bro, like, just noticing what your opponent's doing, and what settings they're playing on, like, bro, that came up big. Here's that 38-yarder to Mike Kirkpatrick, his only catch in the Super Bowl. Deep over route, simple read. It's man coverage, and his man got bumped, so that left him wide open. That's one of the things that I do like about man coverage in Madden, is that you will get natural picks, and I do use them. I utilize them when I see them. When you don't get a natural pick, you're probably taking a sack. Anywho, Juwan Johnson for 24 yards and Corey Johnson right here for 26. Left side of your screen right here. These are basically, this is play action read. So he's playing a lot of man coverage, so we just have to attack man. You know what I mean? We get a nice little crosser right here, and the safety split, so we got a post over the middle. Got a crosser that's going to keep the eyes of the user, and there it is. I'm not going to say that's easy money because his user's there. His user's definitely there. Snap the ball, boom. He's using the crosser, taking that away. And then right behind it, man. Right behind it. Even though that's a DB he's using, I don't know if he can get to that with Acrobat. But in this game, just a simple pass lead up the field. It's a touchdown, baby. Hey! That was beautiful, man. That's actually worth a picture, man. That's actually worth a picture. Getting that, fitting that in there, with Mahomes in the background right there, outstretched arms, scoring in the Ravens end zone. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. CJ, 3K, for the tutty. Okay, I'll take that, man. I'll take that for sure. And that pretty much, put us up 35-21 at half. high scoring game, just like Madden 22, like you would expect it to be. Third quarter, we come out swinging and throw a pick. This is the interception where, like, bro, like when I saw where his user was again, I see where users are, and I know that you're gonna take a false step. He took a step inside, and he's able to pick off a pass to the flat. Now, I hung this up there. I mean, I bullet passed this, so the trajectory is definitely low. I was like, man, oh man, felt like that play shouldn't have been able to be made from there. But again, he's right in that throwing lane, so it is what it is. It's very unfortunate, man, because if we've not been on that user, I would have just read this play out the way I normally would. But because I see what I thought was a flaw in his defense, and I thought I could get this out quick, because it looked like he was going to rush the passer from that spot. Yeah, you got me, bro. You got me. It's a good one. 10-yard run by Lamar right here. Let's see. Interception. There we go. No replay, but again, you can't test that 94 speed guy over the middle of the field. He makes plays, bro. He's a very athletic 5'10" guy. Reminds me of in the mold of a Troy Polamalu or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But right here, 3rd and goal from the 7. Just simple wheel route. Wheel route, out route combo. He rushed forward with a spy. There's nobody over the middle except him. And we'll take this 100% of the time, man. That's just going to be there, bro. It's just going to be there. It's very unfortunate, but that's just the way Madden 22 is played, you know? Right here, let's see. I don't know who the receiver is on that side, but let's call it out. Number 7, out there on the right. So, like I said, man, this is the play where I said he's not in spread a lot. So when he is, I have to be alert to 3 things: QB wrap, PA deep outs or PA deep comebacks, or a halfback circle. So we're essentially in cover 1 man, and we put cloud flats on our outside corners, because we know that is what's going to 100% stop a comeback. Is a corner and a cloud flat. Is essentially just watching the QB, makes that turn, gets that pick. He tries to possession catch that motherfucker, and we like, nah, buddy, we going to the Baja. That was beautiful, man. That was another adjustment. It's like, yo, like, yeah, you might be done, dog. I'm seeing all your plays that you're running before you run them, because people don't have real schemes out of shit. They just have 1 or 2 plays that they run out of shit, and it's not that good, you know. Like, it's when at this point of the Madden year, bro, like I can see it coming a mile away. Right here, bang, another hard flat. This one's just it's mesh. It's mesh. We got a guy dropping into the hook. I mean, to a QB spy right here. We got our contains that's going to keep Lamar in check. Our user. Once I recognize the slot drag, I'm like, oh, okay. Slot drag, verticals from the 2 and 1 on the outside right. This is basically mesh with a dig behind it. So we get under that dig, and you know what I mean? Like, you don't have anywhere to go with the ball. This is like completely Baggy Simpson. Yeah. This is the part of Madden I'm like, bro, like, this is why I love playing defense sometimes in such an offensive game, because like you just take away 1 or 2 things vertically with your user and you force them down underneath, and boom, it's a pick. Now, when you're playing somebody that's like, you know, super meta kind of guys that are only going to throw crossers, they're only going to, you know, roll out and shit like that, the game gets a little different. But when you're playing somebody that's going to call simple concepts, it's a lot much more fun to play, because you can, like I said, we're taking away the QB scramble. We got a spy. We got an under pressure as our only rusher. Essentially, we're just daring you to throw the ball. Now, there's really nowhere to go. There's really nowhere to go. You can probably lowball that dig, but it doesn't look very enticing because you have another zone that's sitting right under that. And you got to throw that with anticipation. You probably need Gunslinger for that, because I'm hanging right over that, right near that dig to the left side of the field. But that's pretty tough, man. That's pretty tough, not gonna lie. And we get another pick, man. Get another pick. This one goes to the crib as well. Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough, bro. To the Baja. Lamar sacked for 7 yards here. We get into the fourth quarter. Here's the interception by Roquan. Let's see, are we actually using Roquan this play? No, we're not. We're actually on a deep safety, so we went with like a trips tight end. So essentially, we know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get that post to number 5, trying to get that popping. We got our crosser defended pretty well. And here's the underneath dig. Roquan Smith, 99 overall player, passes off as the 3-rec, passes it off to the quarter flat, comes back underneath with the pick. That is beautiful coverage. That's why match is good. That's why match is good. Right there, bro. Like legit, if you're not in match coverage, this play is open. This crosser is open, period. Crosser's open because, you know what I mean, like he's going to get behind 23 and everything like that. The dig is always going to be open because, you know, you're basically running off zones. And if you know your route combos, you can get that post by number 5 for a touchdown. But this is why match is good, bro. This right here, man. That's why it's good. I'll take that pick by 58, man. All day, every day. Bang. He's trying to go to his number 1 guy, number 7. This guy's he's had a pass picked off 3 times by 3 different players. And that's just playing in the scheme of my defense. I'm not spotlighting that guy or anything like that. We're just playing our defense and taking away what we think is going to beat the defense from that formation. Juwan Johnson for another 8-yard tutty there. He just run the ball here, get out of there with his tail between his legs. You know what I mean? But that's the game, bro. Like that's how the Super Bowl went. Let's go ahead and finish this here. We're getting to the end of the season awards and everything like that. Definitely got to take a sip of some water. We've been talking a lot between the game and this post game and now the recap, man. Talking a lot. Unfortunately, CJ3K has not been able to use any of his skill points because he's 99 everything already, man. This is the build of a player that is top tier, man. Top tier, bro. I'm actually going to take a little pause real quick. Spring a leak. BRB. All right, man. So I had no clue that you could pause broadcast. All right, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. But yeah, we did that. We back, and we're just gonna go ahead and upgrade all these players, man, because you know this is the last of the team, bro. Like this is the last time we're gonna see the squad. Brendan Whitlock, man, what a fucking career so far, bro. It's unfortunate that the league has to end, but we got another dub in the Super Bowl, so get another upgrade. +1 excel, +2 block shed, +3 zone. Probably the most complete defender I have on my team. 84 speed, 92 excel, 89 pursuit, 96 finesse move. That's why I don't upgrade speed rusher anymore, because I don't expect him to get anything higher than 97, 98. And it's no point to me just spending that upgrade point, and he's only getting like maybe 1 finesse move. So it's not worth it. So we been upgrading run stopper, and he's up to 87 block shed. That's pretty damn good, man. Play rec is solid at 80, 89 awareness, 76 zone. He got his first interception this year because that zone has been going up as well. 75 impact block, 80 agility, 99 stamina. Man, what a fucking player, dog. I think yeah, nobody else is really. Just gonna go ahead and hit upgrade all players. There we go. 13 players upgraded. Good job, Madden. Good job. Good job. Where's that little scenario? Didn't we have a scenario? Oh, we got our contract extended. That's good to know. But yeah, man, I forgot. We were undefeated. 20 and 0, baby. 20 and 0, man. Um, Yearly awards right here. Let's see who won it. MVP, Patrick Mahomes, second straight MVP. Um, see, as far as the NFC goes, fuck the AFC, them some bums over there. Except for the Ravens, like everybody else is literally bums over there now. Cardinals, man. So Cardinals technically had, I think they have a higher QBR than me. He only threw 10 interceptions through the entire season. That is an accomplishment. I don't care that it's the fucking you playing Madden in July and August. Nah, like bro, he only threw 10 interceptions in the season. That's pretty fucking good. I think I've only done that once or twice in a 32 user league. But yeah, defensive player of the year ended up being Isaiah Simmons, all because my final game of the season, week 18, bro. I played at like 3 a.m. and the commissioner advanced in the middle of my game, and this guy had 6 sacks and 2 forced fumbles, and it didn't count. I would have won Defensive Player of the Year. But Isaiah Simmons in like week 16 or 17 had a 3 interception, 3 touchdown game, and that's pretty much what vaulted him to the top because he was down here around like 4 or 5. But man, Brandon Whitlock should have been Defensive Player of the Year because he would have had 6 more sacks on the season. Offensive Rookie of the Year, our third down goal line back. Goal line back Marquise Ware would have, definitely went off if I would have gave him the ball more. Even though he's only a red zone back, he's still number 4. So I can't really complain about that, right? He actually is hidden dev, 80 overall. That's pretty dope as well. Defensive Rookie of the Year, T.J. Marrow. The only reason he's here is because I had drafted 2 what do you call it? Hidden dev linebackers. This is the second one I drafted. The first one was actually pretty damn good. He was a much better player, but this guy was faster. I think he was 83 speed, and the other guy I drafted in the first round was 79 speed. Now, 79 speed guy is a much better run defender. High impact block, good block shed. As a, coming out, had high block shed, good block shed, and 80 plus power moves. So that would have been the ideal guy to play opposite of Brandon Whitlock. But because I used my coach points to unlock his dev, and it was only star, I'm like, fuck, now I got to get 500 snaps with this other guy to see if he's actually worth it. And in the midst of that, he was getting sacks. So it was pointless for me to move him out of the starting role when he had the chance to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, make the Pro Bowl, maybe he's superstar dev, and I can, basically I shot myself in the foot drafting that guy in the first round. And when this guy was actually the better player, ended up being a better player, and he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. We'll get into the stats in a little bit, but best QB, of course, Mahomes. We'll get into his numbers as well, but I know Kyler Murray threw 50 plus touchdowns and only had 10 interceptions. That's pretty damn good. I'll never discredit that guy, that user. I'm glad he's in my league coming up in Madden 23. Hopefully he keeps up that top tier play in a new game. John Ellerby, guy that gave me problems whenever I played these Falcons, man. These Falcons, bro, he beat me the first 3 times, dog. It's nothing else to say about it. He beat me 3 times in a row in Madden 22, and I just, for whatever reason, could not beat his defense. It was nickel 3-3-5. He had a 99 overall right end. He had Grady Jarrett in the middle, just wreaking havoc. And at one point, he had J.J. Watt playing the other side. So that 3-man rush was enough for me to be like, you know what, man, we're going to have to switch it up. We're going to have to figure out another way to beat this guy, and it's going to have to be on defense. And this guy is the reason why I had run defense towards the end of Madden, because I was tired of him running stretch out of I-form twins, and it was killing me. Like, legit, I was dying from it. I was losing brain cells because I could not stop the run with this running back. We figured that out. stopped him when we needed to, even though he towed it 30 times, 40 times. Bro, you're only averaging 3.5 yards a carry. Yes, if you do that 3 times, it's the first down, but realistically, we're getting stops. You know what I mean? You will pop one, but for the most part, you're getting tackled for losses or um, or you like 1 or 2 yard gains. But shout out to the Jamel, man. Shout out to the Falcons because literally I would not have committed to stopping the run if I didn't play you enough, man. And I appreciate that. Appreciate our battles. Like I said, he definitely beat me the first 3 times, but I'm definitely after that 6-0, at least 5-0 because at least three of those were playoff games where I beat him. The first time I beat him was in the playoffs, and then of course when you play that team again in the regular season, I got a dub. Bet him in the playoffs again, then got a dub in the regular season. So I beat him like 5 or 6 times. It's at least five, maybe six. But there's that, man. Packers as well. Another good team. Another good user for this league. Always was number two and number three in the division, man. When we had the Vikings original owner, Buford, he was at the top, and then it was a battle out of me and this Packers user, Dell, for number two in the division, man. We were always fighting for number two when Buford was here. Not going to discredit that at all. The guy was a great user, really good offense, really big play offense. We ran, I think it was shotgun doubles close or something like that. But yeah, man, we did our thing against them. We just could never really get a dub. The one time we were up 10 with possession, the game lagged out. It was third quarter. He gave me the dub. That was really the only time I quote unquote beat him, but the game wasn't over. You know what I mean? Best wide receiver, CJ3K. Um, I think this is the each year he's went over 100 catches, over 2,000 yards, and I want to say he went over 3,000 once, or he would have gotten it this year. But again, my last game was cut out, and he ended up with like maybe 40, 50 yards instead of his average of 180 per game. Shout out to James Daniels, man. Finally winning Offensive Lineman of the Year. And usually in Madden, Offensive Lineman of the Year goes to the highest overall in that division. But as you can see, he's a 95. Below him is a 96, 93, 93, 95, 92, 99 down here. Like it's based on those yardages as well, man. You gotta perform. And shout out to James Daniels finally winning Best O Lineman. He actually just got an upgrade point to 95, like right before the Super Bowl. So he was really a 94 for most of the season. Best D line goes to Nick Bosa. Not mad at that, man. Davenport. I don't think I played the Voyagers, but Aziz Ojolari definitely went off on me in playoff games, and he's a handful. Grady Jarrett, he's still there, man. Still kicking at 88 overall. Probably not as effective this year. That's probably why that guy's only 11-6. Barely made the playoff. I think he was third in his division, to be honest. He might have been third in his division, dog. That's pretty tough. Best linebacker, Brendan Whitlock. Let's go. Our other guys down here as well. TJ Merrill. I know he was going to be on this list. Quay Walker, big play guy, man, for the Packers. Definitely a big play guy there. Ty Law Jr. That's funny. LeVar Arrington has always been a good player for the Lions, aka Crusaders. I was trying to get my hands on him since I got in the league. User never traded. And he proceeded to go 5-12. Like that's his average record. I think that might be the highest win total for him. So here's another controversial, like this is tomfoolery shit, because Whitlock won best linebacker, but Simmons won defensive player of the year. Like, come on, dog. They both play linebacker. Like, come on, man. Give it to the guy with the most sacks in the league. Best DB, I don't even think we have a guy on this list. Burgess is there. Last season, we led the league in turnovers, and we had, I want to say, 4 DBs over 10 or 11 interceptions. This year, it wasn't as high, so we didn't get as many guys on the list, but Burgess is still there, man. This was probably the turning point to me having a top defense, was getting safeties with speed. Because my first 2 seasons in here, I had Eddie Jackson at free, and I had Chuck Clark at strong safety. Those were not the guys that I needed to stop deep passes at all. And Terrell Burgess ended up being that guy for me, bro. He is what turned the corner for my defense. And having him with Acrobat and mid zone KO, and having Jalen Johnson with Acrobat That's what created my cover three hard flat defense, because I was literally daring people to throw crossers because I was going to user them. So I'm daring you to throw crossers, and you can't take checkdowns because you have two acrobats in hard flats. That is why my defense worked in this game, man. Best kicker, we ain't win it. We wasn't doing on the list, but yeah, man, we get into the stats real quick, and this is gonna be the longest part of the video. I know it's been probably 30 minutes already, but dog, this is where I might actually have to split this up and do a farewell video to the league. But yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna cut this one here. You saw the end of the season, the end of the game, all the awards and everything like that. Man, we got a dub, undefeated. Haven't lost a game in 2 seasons, I don't think. No, I'm lying. I had definitely lost a game last year. Can't remember who it was though. I have to go look through my YouTube archives, man. Let's see, league history. Does it show the record? It does not. Oh shit, wrong way. 2026. Yeah, there you go. Whew. Josh Jobe, defensive rookie of the year last year, man. That's pretty cool. I won coach of the year, MVP, and defensive rookie of the year. Let's go, man. Won the Super Bowl as well. The Bears' second Super Bowl. Second Super Bowl of all time, man. That's pretty tough. And for Dan Campbell to be the coach that did it. Like, we won a closer game last year, and this year it was a blowout, baby. Yeah, we didn't win MVP until 2026, bro. Yeah, MVP and Super Bowl MVP. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. I don't think he won Super Bowl MVP this game. Maybe he did because he had 6 touchdowns, 300 yards. But I think it's gonna go to the safety. But yeah, man, that's it for the video. If you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't, be sure to dislike it, leave some hateful comments, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching. We out.